Are you experiencing extra-dimensional hazards or supernatural manifestations? Have you encountered strange phenomena or otherworldly events that cannot be explained? Whether it's ghosts or goblins, bogies or ghouls, whatever bumps in the night may be terrorizing you, it may be time to call Grave and Bustrs. Tonight, Grave and Bustrs star in There's Something About Brian.
Seems to me someone needs to go up on the roof, but I'm not going up there.
Rhett goes to the roof.
Absolutely not. I am not putting my keister up there. I will fall out a window while you sat there and did nothing, butts.
All right. I'm going to go up on the roof.
I'm going to say everybody roll 1 stress.
That's probably fair.
What for?
Just do it. Rhett, you got a 2. You're frazzled. Lose 2 dice, Rhett. Brad, you got a 6, you're good. Steve, you got a 3, you're stressed, lose a die for an appropriate skill. Shannon, cool as ice. Mary Sue, complete and total nuclear meltdown. Lose your cool if you have any, which you don't, and lose a number of skill die equal to the number of stress die rolled. So you are losing 1 from a skill, Shadow. You have to decide which one.
Not as bad as Rhett. Her meltdown is not
Yeah.
as bad as Rhett.
I know.
Athletics.
Okay. And Ange, you are good. Okay. Shannon, you're going to head to the ladder?
Yeah.
All right, what is everybody else doing? You also hear people screaming towards the front of the train at the same time.
No, Mary Sue's going to follow Shannon.
I'm going to the front of the train.
Big
I'm also
team
going
here.
back to the front.
Well, what do you want to do, Bob?
Shannon,
It's you and I, or I guess you're my
We're supposed
new
to be
mentor.
together. Yeah, well, we have
Oh.
to split up now if it's 3 and 3.
Oh, fine. I'll go.
You can split up 4 and 2. You can also,
So-
if any pair wants to go do something else, you can do something
Let's
else.
go do something else, Butts.
All right, let's go do something else. Let's find the food car.
That's the best idea you ever had.
I'm full of them.
Why don't you check the basement? There's always
Full of
snacks in the
something.
basement.
Why don't we go find Brian Nelson? I don't trust him, quite frankly.
We we conspicuously move past the car of screaming people.
Okay. We will follow Shannon and Mary Sue. Shannon, you lead the way. You climb up the ladder. You open up the hatch above you. As soon as you fling it open, rain starts pouring into the cabin that you guys are in. Mary Sue, are you allowed to get wet? Didn't we talk about this? Is that a thing?
I was born in a well.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're fine. You climb up the ladder, Shannon, and how do you traverse the roof of the train? Are you like crawling? Are you walking? Are you staying
I'm
low to the?
trained for this. I'm running.
Oh, you're running. Okay. Okay, you start running on this slick, curved roof of the train. Why don't you roll athletics first?
God.
Mary, so you look as Shannon just starts bolting away from you.
Where
as
you
climb up the
going?
hatch. She's gone. She's running.
Did the call drop?
Nope. We were waiting for her to roll. Jesus. 4. Fair. Describe the mostly positive results of your action, but you must include negative or humorous effect. So you, through the rain, you see this shape. It's like this, like I said, humanoid shape made of electric energy, and now it is kind of like dashing across the top of the train car, like just zigzagging, like bolts striking across the top of the car, one singular form, away from you. So you're running towards it.
So I'm running. I'm doing a great job, keeping an eye on it. I think I got it in my sights. I go to get the jelly net, and as I do that, I slip on a piece of the roof, and I end up going back an entire car. But I get back up and I keep running until I'm almost near the front, and I see it now at the front of the car.
Okay, you're having a standoff with this thing. It turns to face you. Mary, so you see her run, trip, fall, get back up, and run across the front. That's 4 train carts that she traversed. She was jumping over the gaps in each car. What do you do?
Mary Sue just starts to walk slowly because she's clumsy.
Okay. Exciting.
It's not a race. She has to be careful.
Okay, you eventually get up next to her, and the two of you are now just face to face with this thing that is just glaring at you.
Shannon
What is
gets
it?
up there and waits for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Expecto Patronum.
What?
That didn't work like it did in the movie.
Okay, this thing's gonna lunge out at the two of you. It's gonna lunge out at you, Mary Sue, after you say
Okay.
that, and tackle you onto the roof of the car.
Okay.
And you feel roll athletics as you try to deal with this thing.
Okay.
3. Not great. The GM decides your fate, but you may give it a chance to suggest a single positive but minor effect. Okay. This thing pins you down, it's like holding your wrists down against the top of the train car. And you can see its ghastly face. Its mouth is like wide open and it kind of starts shrieking, and bolts of lightning are coursing through its face that kind of reveal the shape of it every so often. And as it shrieks at you, you start to get electrocuted. Bolts of lightning are now coursing through your body. Roll 2 stress, and you begin to slide off of the edge of the train as this thing bolts away.
Hey.
That's a 4. You're annoyed, so you suffer a 1 die penalty on your next roll.
Not
As
too
it's
bad.
Okay.
floating away, I'm going to shout out, "What do you want?"
Roll academics
Or
as you
contact.
try to
Academic?
talk to this thing.
Why not contact?
Yeah, we'll do context.
Yeah.
We need some franchise time.
Oh, and I'm going to use from the bank.
Yeah, good
Okay.
idea.
Oh
Nope.
no!
4.
But not only that, the bank die was a 1, so something bad happens, right?
Something very bad happens.
I think we lose all our bank.
Account
lost the
overrun. Ignore all other results and lose all bank dice.
Hilarious that happened because
I
Mary
knew
Sue
there
drained
was
drained her
no reason.
accounts earlier.
Yeah, you guys, your bank dice are gone.
Hey, I got a text alert that our bank was overdrawn. How much were those tickets?
Oh, that's
Okay, Mary Sue starts to slide down the edge of this train, and Shannon, you try to speak to this thing, and it ignores you and keeps striking away. And we are going to cut down to the 4 of you who are working your way back through your empty train car, and then through the second train car with people in it. So Steve and Rhett, you keep moving on towards the front of the train, but as you push through the
Like,
crowd, Ange and
screaming people out of our way.
yeah, excuse me.
So sorry.
Ange and Brad, you see everybody's like pushed up against the edges of this train as far as they can press. They're horrified. They're all screaming, and in the middle of this circle that they've all made is a similar shape to the one that you saw, the lightning one. This one is made out of reverbing energy that kind of forms a figure in the center of this thing. And every so often it kind of just like reverbs, and you see the ripples of this ghost. And as it does that, it looks out at everybody and it roars, and it lets out a burst of thunder as its roar. And as it does, everybody is just pushed even further back away from this thing. You look over at Officer Pennybottom. He is dead asleep in one of the chairs. And that is what Rhett and Steve Butts tiptoed past. On the way to the front.
Coming through.
Brad, do you have a Bible quote for it or something? Calm it down.
So this is Execual 11:1 here. Any lightning creatures in this earth must stop what they're doing and explain themselves. That is in the scripture. So, sir, if you will tip your hand while you're doing, I'm all ears.
Does it say anything about thunder creatures?
Yes, it does. Yeah, in that same verse. Yeah,
Excuse
in
me,
that verse
sir.
I know very well.
All right, Brad, roll contact as you try to communicate with this thing.
Oh, that's my one skill I still have.
So I like how you're lying about it, but you still
I'm lying about it to the creature.
you're really trying to sell it.
Whoa.
That is a 6. That is amazing. Discard the results and gain 2 franchise dice.
Well, as fate would have it, this thing rises out of the floor and comes up to me and explains that he has something out for that Brian Nelson in the front there. And Brian Nelson got into some Ouija board stuff back in his day, and he angered this lightning ghost, and he's had it out for him ever since. And now is his opportunity to strike.
Okay.
He just comes up and talks to you.
He told me all
So
that
your
verbatim.
lie was once again the truth. Okay, are there any of those blanks you want to fill in?
Oh yeah. We're up against a.
Or probably the do something, right? Did you say it's trying to kill him?
Oh yeah, that's a blank too. Yeah, it's trying to kill Brian Nelson.
Just straight up kill him? Okay.
This one was particularly expository.
Yeah, so this thing just explains its entire master plan to you because of your great contact roll.
How did it sound, Brad?
I was gonna say it's got this just this booming voice, very deep voice, and as it talks, it kind of just like everybody has to plug their ears, and there's just like ripples, waves of just sound that's visible.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Did me and Rhett hear this on our way to Brian Nelson? It's kind of
Yeah, definitely. It's very loud. It's reverbing through the entire
be a subject of
car.
conversation if we were to talk to him if we knew about that.
You definitely heard it. Ange, you doing anything?
Yes, of course. I'm filming it.
Mm-hmm.
Posting it to social media.
And yes, I'm posting it to social media with the hashtag. Fuck, what was her name? Diana. What did I name my technician?
I forget.
Sheila for mayor. Because she doesn't summon thunder.
Also, yeah, remember you all have GoPros in your heads and you have HUDs and you're able to look at what anybody else on your team is looking at. You're able to see through their GoPro at any point you want. So you guys flip over to Mary Susan, you see the upside down passenger car that you're walking through right now because she is hanging off the edge of the train as Shannon's trying to pull her up.
Just flip back to Rhett's.
You see your own ass.
That's nice.
And then he looks up and you see your own bald spot.
Fumble with the controls of something else.
All right, the two of you start. Well, before that, the thunder ghost, after it explains to Brad, it kind of just with one final boom, it knocks everybody in that cart to their feet. I mean, not to their feet, into the seats against the walls. The glass shatters, and when everybody kind of rises to their feet, it is no longer there. Rhett and Steve, you guys are walking to the front of the train. You push past people. Everybody was looking through those windows at the previous car trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, and you guys push past them and you make your way to the front of the train where you see Brian Nelson nervously.
Wait just a minute now. Right before the door to Brian Nelson is the attendant cart, which has some nice treats and sweets on it.
That's right. A vending machine.
And it's a cart.
Oh, not again.
Steve,
what do you help yourself to?
Do the honors. Steve, lift.
Okay.
Oh no.
Totally just baited you.
Steve lifts up the little silver lid. I'll see what's underneath.
I like my food, okay? I'm a bit of a big guy, right? And I like my sweets, I like my desserts, but this Steve fella, he's got a bit of a strange habit. This whole time, he was just eating packets of condiments. Nothing else. Just squeezes them in his mouth.
Okay.
Why?
That's so Steve.
Steve, you have 3 characteristics already. You have festive, limping, and lockpick. I would say, how would you describe that behavior?
Get rid of lockpick.
I mean, you could just
Packet
get
man.
rid of limping and just
Packet
make that
man.
healed you.
What, Rose?
I said just get rid of limping and say that it healed him.
A packet of
Healed me.
mustard. I would just add glutton, probably.
But it's
It's such a particular kind of glutton, though. I mean, it's like the lowest form. It's disgusting.
Condiment glutton. Condiment glutton, that's the one.
Condiment glutton.
so specific.
All right, replace festive, limping, or lockpick. Your choice.
No, I love all 3 of them.
I mean, it is canon that you will limp for the rest of your life. So whether you replace it or not, you're still going to be limping, realistically. With that pit stop out of the way, you guys, right? Everybody,
lifts up the lid of the dish, and there's a pile of ketchup packets. And he said, "Rhett, you can go on."
My confessional, by the way, is going to cut to Steve Jobs. Steve Butts. Steve Butts at a doctor's office where the doctor's like, "Nope, still not gonna heal." Sorry, X-ray shows it's not healing.
You all switch through your HUDs, and you see the first-person point of view of Steve just ripping open like mayonnaise packets and just squeezing them down his gullet. It's very disgusting. Even Mary Sue, who's like hanging on for her life upside down in the rain here, is
Yeah,
looking
I'm
at
trying to
this like,
save
what the
Mary
fuck?
Sue, and I just see that. I'm like, oh, okay. And I get distracted.
Everybody's away from it. Rhett, you push past Steve as he's doing his thing, and with Steve right behind you, you guys walk up to Brian Nelson
He brings the cart.
with the cart in tow.
Yeah.
Licking your fingertips.
Yeah.
All right, Brian Nelson's there. Hey.
Right. Right, Nelson.
Oh, jeez.
I got a couple of questions for you.
I don't like this.
What the heck is going on in this train?
I can't hear a word you're saying, fella.
It's a
And yet you can
Cinnabon.
hear all of them.
Cinnabon. What my friend here is trying to say is you're in imminent danger.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all are. We're riding a train through a lightning storm, and folks.
Oh, there was. What do you know about the thunderstorms?
I got into work one day. They were the train was perfectly fine. I started operating the train. It was my shift, and it started following the train around.
Did you know it was making threats against your life?
Yeah, I was threatening everybody on the train, it seems. You don't want to be stuck on a metal rust bucket in the middle of a lightning storm.
Mr. Nelson, I need you to stop this train.
Well, stop the train, you crazy? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Train.
Roll contact.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a 5.
Train.
Good. Describe the resulting in a franchise dice.
And he runs into the conductor booth, pulls the lever back from 10 to 0 immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The train stops with a jerk.
Everybody, you see through the window. You see on one of the HUDs starts flying through the air, and you look out the window in time to see Mary Sue just like just whip across the air into the wet sands with a thud.
Steve looks out the window and sees a what are they called? One of those little wooden hand carts on the other track. On the track next to it.
Okay.
Hey, Rhett, take a look at that.
Okay. What's your point?
Well, I don't think we're equipped to deal with this ghost. Maybe we should suit up.
Good point. Anyway,
You could also add to this if you want to.
Does it have to be like exactly something? Because I think I have something else that I can do here.
Sure.
I'm just gonna do it. We realized we were up against a campaign gone bad.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that fits with what you've been learning already, so that's fine. Okay. So the train stops. All the passengers go flying down to the ground yet again as soon as they finally got up to their feet. There are no signs of either of the two ghosts. Mary Sue, you are eating dirt outside of the train. Shannon, you are up on top of the train. You just watched Mary Sue. Actually, Mary Sue, roll
What should
2
happen
stress.
while she's up there?
Go try to see.
My butt.
Oh no, all her butt therapy.
All right, roll 2 stress, Mary Sue. 2 stress.
Remember what you learned in butt therapy.
That's
Oh, no.
that's your second complete and total nuclear meltdown. So you're going to lose a number of skill dice equal to the number of stress dice rolled. So you are losing 2 more skill. Okay. Rhett.
Is the train moving? Am I? Oh, it came to a
Nope.
stop. That's why. Okay.
Came to a stop. Rhett and Steve, you guys get out of the train. You tiptoe over Mary Sue, and you guys head to this.
Excuse me, pardon me.
You head to this cart. I don't know what they call these things. Mary Sue, what do you want to do? Are you going with them as you see them get on this thing?
Mary Sue grabs onto Rhett to be dragged along.
Being
Just
dragged
through the
down
sands? Across the tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
we don't realize she's there.
She's
All right,
very
the rest-
light.
Are the rest of you going to stay on the train?
Yeah.
As these 3 head back? Okay.
Yeah, I'm standing on the roof, keeping
Okay.
a lookout.
All right, you're keeping a lookout. You look around, and Shannon, you see that maybe like not even 100 yards down the track, like literally right there, is the Grave and Bustrs main base. Like the strip mall is literally right there, and you watch as Rhett and Steve push up and down on this thing for maybe 2 minutes, and then arrive in front of Grave and Bustrs. And
Red, you have to push.
Hey, get my cleaning stuff while you're there.
Professional.
Okay.
As soon as we returned from grave and bustrs, it is when the explosion happened. The oncoming train.
Oh
What?
my god!
We're gonna survive that.
There's a train going towards us this whole time.
Say no more. I just can't talk about what happened. It's too heart-wrenching.
Okay. Okay. Steve, Red, and Mary Sue, you guys head into Grave and Bustrs. Kevin's at the front desk. Hey guys, vote for Kevin. Oh, okay. You guys brush past Kevin and head to the back. You do skee ball for a few minutes until you finally get it. You have access to anything in the arcade, anything in Ace Hard Scare, the hardware store, or anything in the Party City, the party store. So what are the 3 of you going to bring with you, tech-wise?
My package came.
Oh, great. Open it up.
Oh no. Not yet.
Oh, okay. Are you taking it with you?
That's what she's bringing back with her.
Oh, okay. So do you want to roll tech on it? Or no?
Yeah.
All right, roll tech on it, and you can keep the result a secret.
So I lost the tech, didn't I?
Your
So I'm
tech
at
is 1. Yep.
Nobody
Well,
look.
You can
You
take
can
it
use a
at-
card if you want.
I'm going to use one, so 2d6, right?
Yep. That is a
Hey.
6,
Hey.
which is amazing. You gain 2 franchise dice, and you can describe the results, and that means, since it's a 6, it can be as souped up and powerful, like ghost hunting wise or whatever wise, as you want it to be, basically. Okay. Steve and Rhett?
I found these balloons into Party City.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring them.
Okay. roll tech on your balloons.
That's gonna be a problem because I have put my tech to 0.
Oh, that means it automatically fails.
I thought
Okay.
I saw these balloons.
There's
right.
holes in them.
That's what I was going to say. And you grab a handful of these balloons, an unnumber of them. I mean, I don't want to completely ruin whatever. Clearly, you must have something planned with these balloons. And an unknown number of them to you have holes in them.
Okay.
Rat.
Yes, I am. I'm going to take a nice trip to the Party City, and I am going to get myself a Halloween costume that will resist electric. What's so funny?
Not the costume.
Okay, like just a rubber costume.
Absolutely not. It's going to be the thing from the Fantastic Four.
Okay. Well, I meant rubber because rubber would keep you grounded.
He puts on a
Was
gift
this like
suit.
made of stone?
Yes.
Which thing?
I think he means the.
The
Which one do you
thing.
mean?
The
Do you mean?
thing.
Oh, you mean the thing? Oh, okay. Roll tech on it.
I think he said it's made of stone.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
the
made of
Party
real
City
stone.
Rack costume of the.
All right,
thing is
roll
made of
tech on
stone.
it. We'll see what's going on.
We'll see what it
300
is.
pounds.
Hey.
There we
5.
go.
Okay, that's a franchise die. Describe the result.
It's a well-made costume. It's not a cheap knockoff. It has real stone in it,
Okay.
and it's gonna resist all electricity, so that I can knock the lightning ghost right onto its keister and yell, "It's clobbering time!"
All right. You're wearing this very heavy. Does anybody want to get anything for anybody else while you're here?
I shouldn't, because I'll roll a 0 on it.
That's
You
true.
can use a credit card if you want.
That is also true.
You should get my cleaning supplies with the 0.
Mary Sue grabs flyers for Shannon.
Okay.
Flyers?
Her
Campaign
campaign.
flyers.
Mary Sue grabs Ange a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Yes!
Steve points his GoPro into his face. Does anybody need anything?
Your mouth is covered in like dry, crusty mustard. The corners of your mouth. And everybody sees it from this awful low angle.
Can I get anything for you?
You're gonna lick in your lips.
Ange gives a thumbs up to Mary Sue. Just right in front of her face so that Mary Sue can see. Dr. Pepper.
All right. The three of you head back. You step onto this thing. When you step on one end of it, it lifts the other end straight up. Mary Sue and Steve are basically Titanicing on this thing. Because you try to push it and the back wheels are not going anywhere because you are way too heavy in this costume. So you guys see the train is right there. So you guys, I assume, are just going to walk unless you want to do something else.
What if you were to balance your center of gravity?
How do you suppose I do that?
Stand in the middle.
Then this lever's gonna hit me every time.
Well, you brought this
Walking.
costume.
Okay, Rhett, he stands there while you two are on the other side.
Are you like straddling it?
No, I'm just standing.
Oh. Okay.
I'm in a great position to get hit right in the junk.
All right. So every time one of them pushes up or down, this bar just
Ow.
whacks you in the balls. You guys head back to the train. You see Shannon on top, just looking out. She's getting dunked on. The cloud is still here. She is soaking rain. You see lightning strike behind her as she looks like the villain she was born to be. It's just bolts of lightning crashing down behind her, and she's towering over you guys.
On Ange's
Hey,
camera,
here.
you guys just see her playing Candy Crush.
Yeah, here's your Dr. Pepper.
Oh, thanks, babes. You're the best.
Not you.
Was anyone monitoring Brian Nelson? Is he okay?
I'm here. Should I start the train?
Shouldn't the other train be coming now per my confessional?
No, not yet. It'll come at some point, but not quite.
Your
I
email.
said right when we got back.
Oh,
As
you
per
did?
My last confession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
If that's what you said.
As I stand there like a villain.
Huh?
No, I thought as I stand there like a villain, I thought I was about to get hit by the other train.
Well, I guess you are. As soon as they come back, the train.
I guess this problem solved. The train can't be haunted if it's destroyed.
You guys make your way back on this rail cart back to the train. You look up at Shannon, who's looking around, looking at the horizon, and she turns her head backwards, looks over her shoulder behind her as she kind of feels vibrations on the roof of the train, and she sees another train speeding towards you. She sees the light through the sheets of rain. Shannon, you see this train coming. You try to do anything?
What the fuck is that?
It's the family program.
You start yelling down to Brian Nelson to get the train started. He looks through the. Do trains have rearview mirrors on the sides?
Sure.
Hey, this
Probably,
one-
right? This one sure does. He looks. He looks at it. He sees the train rapidly approaching. He says, "Ah, fiddlesticks!" And he starts trying to get this thing going in time.
How do you think they get all 23 flavors into this?
Suddenly, this train strikes the back of the one you guys are on. You guys are all propelled forward. The back of your train gets crumbled up, and the front couple cabins of your train just start flying across the tracks and spill out onto the sands. Everybody is toppling around inside the cart. Shannon, you go flying off the front of this thing, and you skid across the tracks in front of you. The train veers to the side onto the dirt as you're just skidding across the track. The caboose completely just blows up. The front of the train that hit you guys blows up. There's a huge explosion, plumes of smoke. Everybody roll 4 stress, except for Shannon, who is going to roll 5 stress.
Oof.
I have cool. Does that do anything?
A 1.
You can negate your lowest roll with it, Rose.
Okay.
One for Shadow again.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let's see. This could be really bad. Rhett, 2. Frazzled, lose 2 die for an appropriate skill. Brad, 1. Complete and total nuclear meltdown, lose your cool if you have any, and lose a number of skill die equal to the number of stress I rolled, which was 4. So, Brad, you lose 4 skills.
Uh-oh.
Steve,
Shit.
Steve has another meltdown. You are losing 4 as well. Mary Sue has her 3rd meltdown. You are losing 4. Where are you at?
I don't know. Dude, I'm out of everything
You
now,
had
right?
3
You-
academics,
no.
2 athletics,
You have
and
2.
1
You're about to have 2 left. Shannon, you're using your cool to get rid of the 2.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 3.
Okay, 3 is stressed. You're going to lose a die for an appropriate skill. And 2, frazzled, lose 2 die. 2
My
dice.
Dr. Pepper spills, and so all my technology is gone.
You had it open to get, so it might be a little.
Well, that's
You
how I'm
think that
explaining that I
wouldn't-
lose. That's how I'm explaining that I lose my technology status.
Oh, okay. I see.
That my gear is broken.
All right, you guys are very banged up. Some of you are close to death. Everybody kind of rises to their feet, coughing. Everybody's wounded. You look around. Some passengers are straight up dead. There are just bodies all over the place.
Angie's camera pans over a bunch of like burning corpses, and she just says, "Spike TV, get more action."
As you're panning through these corpses, you see just like dismembered bodies. You see somebody completely on fire, dead, just smoldering, and then you see a completely unharmed, snoozing officer, Edgewater Pennywagon, who is just sleeping among the pile of corpses here and wounded, suffering people.
How's Brian?
Why don't you roll academics as you try to search for him?
Okay.
Academics is
What?
like searching and stuff like that.
I'm using a library card.
Actually, no. Athletics is something that would be like searching. I know it seems weird, but that's like in the core book.
Well, it's fine with me. I don't mind. I got a 5.
5. Okay, describe the result and gain a franchise die.
All right.
What are you guys at? 10?
We're at 10 out of 15. Ange finds. I don't have to look very hard because he is still in his conductor's. Oh wait. We all got like flung out of the train.
You can. Some of you were still inside the train. You can say you're inside, or you walk inside.
Okay.
It's on its side.
Ange finds conductor Brian Nelson outside of the train. He burst through the window, but as he did, the glass cut his face, and like across his face is a giant like lightning bolt scar of laceration.
Okay,
Like Harry Potter.
Well, no, like bigger, like across his face.
Like very intentional.
Harry Potter.
Like not an accident that there's a lightning bolt scar.
I mean,
Scar on him.
Who knows?
You can fill in one of those blanks if you'd like.
Oh, right. After seeing signs of blank, we were a train accident.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm gonna do after seeing signs of total annihilation.
Okay.
We realized we're up against a campaign gone down.
I'm running around trying to tourniquet bodies, like people, presumably people that are still alive, but I don't know if I could tell the
Why
difference.
would you tourniquet dead people?
No, like living people.
Alright, right before that, Ange, as you approach, you go over to Brian Nelson. You lean down. He's got this lightning bolt scar across his face. He looks up at you and weakly says, "Driving trains is a lot more difficult than it seems." And then he just passes out for a second.
Oh,
he's alive.
I wipe his hair off of his face.
Oh.
I kiss him on the forehead.
Oh, we're right in his wounds. Right in his open wounds. Ew. Shannon, you're running around outside or inside?
Mostly outside because that's where I woke up. I start running over, and I'm like using my lanyards that have vote for Shannon on them.
Alright, you see a guy, you run over to a dead body and you start tourniqueting its mangled arm. You see a guy next to it and his leg has been like just severed. It's like dangling off. And he's saying, "Please help me. Why are you working on him? He's a goner.
I thought there was still a chance.
Please pick me."
I'll pick you, sir. You don't have to worry.
I'm pretty worried. What's that lanyard? What's that lanyard say?
It says vote for Shannon Sturgill. But you don't have to. I'll save you anyway. Because
When are elections? Can I vote in the mail? Do I have to go to? I don't want to go to some place.
You can vote for the mail.
You can do the mail today?
Yeah, you just have to sign up before a specific time.
He's dead.
He hands Shannon his ballot with his dying
you look again. Yes. He reaches into his chest pocket and pulls out this bloody ballot. He hands it over to you. He scribbles a signature. I guess you sign it these days.
That's the early voting.
Yeah.
Says Hody the Clown.
Did hear there was tons of dead people who tried to vote this last election.
Oh no. Red, what are you doing in your costume?
Red, you told me you were a doctor. Why don't you help these people?
Yeah. So this got the leg here. I think you just gotta keep that elevated. And you with the arm.
Yeah.
Not attached. Elevate the leg.
Hold it.
Here, let me pick up this leg here, and I'll put it right on this headrest, and that'll heal up in no time. And you with the severed arm. Have you tried to just duct taping that together real quick?
I tried that.
No, yeah, okay. Well, I'm out of ideas, to be honest.
Shucks.
But I am a doctor, so if you need any further assistance, do let me know.
He's dead.
Oh, well.
Another satisfied
He's
patient.
with the Lord now.
Can't fit.
Brett, what are you doing? Oh. Into what?
I can no longer fit in this train.
Okay, so this is a bunch of people with their hands raised from this pile of bodies calling, saying, help us, please, help us. And you're just trying to squeeze through this doorway. You're like reaching out to them so close, but so far as you're
Too big
Huh?
now. Too big.
too big.
No point.
Trying
point.
to peel rubble and shrapnel away, but I'm too weak. I'm an old man. I don't have the strength
Roll-
of the thing.
Roll 2 stress as you watch these people
Well, okay.
crying for help and you're unable to help them.
Oh, no.
This is the
Two.
same as traffic.
Oh, come on.
Frazzled. You're losing 2 dice.
Can't
Oh
afford to
my
lose
God.
many more.
You guys are all gonna die.
It's the season finale.
One in everything now.
All right. You hear sirens and you see fire trucks, police cars in front of grave and busters. So they veer off the main road and they start driving through a bit of desert between you and in the main street there. And they pull up to you guys. Fire truck very quickly takes out its hose, starts hosing off this train. Police officers and EMTs are running around trying to help people out. You see one police officer run over to Officer Edgewater Pennywagon and says, "God damn it, Pennywagon, wake up!" And he slaps the guy and he pulls him out of the pile there. Pennywagon, did I say Pennywater? I think so. Pennywagon bursts awake and rises to his feet and starts helping people out. He's wondering what the fuck's going on. He slept through the entire thing. As that's happening, you guys all crawl to each other. You're all wounded. You're all pretty banged up, doing pretty bad. And as you meet up, you look on top of the overturned train and you see both the lightning ghost and the thunder ghost standing on top of the train looking down at you guys as rain is still pouring all around you.
Mary Sue pulls out the purchase she made earlier that morning. They had really fast shipping. She looks up at the what's it called? The lightning ghost?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one above the train, right?
They're both on top of the overturned train.
Okay. Then she looks at them both and she aims the weapon she purchased. It's a wand.
Expecto Patronum.
Okay, you did have a 6 on technology, so roll tech as you try to use it. What does this do with your 6 roll from earlier? What does this thing do exactly?
It sucks them into it sucks the any life out of them.
Okay, it doesn't suck them into the wand. It just sucks just drains them of life.
Yeah, so they would basically and then their life force would be in the wand.
Okay, got it. Roll tech.
So, can I borrow?
You
Mhm.
have to, because otherwise.
You have a 0 tech right now.
So I roll 1 dice, right?
3.
Yeah.
You point this thing out towards. You point this thing at the thunder and lightning ghost, and what do you yell?
Expecto Patronum.
As you yell that out, pointing
Yes.
your wand up at these 2 ghosts, you hear, "What do you call a locomotive that keeps sneezing?" As Brian Nelson stands up, conscious
No.
again, and says, "A choo-choo train!" And you zap Brian Nelson with this wand, and you watch as the life is drained out of him.
And
He-
jumps in the front of it.
This concludes tonight's episode of Grave and Busters.